All right, welcome back to a Master and Apprentice podcast. We're doing back to another update. After you there?
Yes, sir. I think so.
All right, let's get right into it. A lot of this stuff is Clone Wars stuff. So beware of that. I'll start before I get into the Kenobi stuff. I will start with some book stuff because there's some new books coming out this year. There's the new Padme book. I think we'll grab it real quick. Okay. It's called A Queen's Hope. If you're on podcast, you can't see this, but if you're on YouTube, you can see it. It just came out April 9th or 8th. So it's pretty fresh off of the mark. That was a big book because that series, the Padme series, I think this is the last book in the trilogy. No, I think this is the last book in the trilogy. So that came out pretty recently. I have not read it yet. I've read the first Padme book, but I have not read the second one yet. But there's a new Anakin and Obi-Wan book coming out this year. And that book is called Brotherhood, I believe, and it's supposed to take place between 1 and 2, where Anakin is a apprentice, a Padawan. And so apparently that book and this book have some correlation with characters and events. So look out for that. I believe I've already pointed this out before. But in case I haven't, there you go for that. There's a new Luke book. It's about Luke and Lando Calrissian. I can't remember what the new something about the Sith. Anthony, you want to find out what the title of that new Luke book is called?
Yep.
Something Sith. Regardless, that book had like it's how every book has like its sneak peek where it's like there's a random chunk.
Shadow of the Sith.
Shadow of the Sith. Yep, it's about Lando and Luke finding Exegol. I remember Exegol from the 9th movie, the Sith world where Sidious takes hiding. Anyways, there was like a little sneak peek, a little snippet of that book released. And at some point, that's the Seeing Stone that baby that Grogu sits on in Mandalorian season 2. The Dark Troopers take him from Mando. Remember that?
Yep.
So at that point, Luke had already been there, right? So in this book, he's sitting there and he teleports to Exegol and he starts fighting these Sith spirits, right? But they're spirits, so he can't kill them. And he's fighting them. There's like 5 of them, so it's 5v1, and he can't kill them. So obviously, at some point he starts losing, and as he starts to lose, Anakin, as a Force ghost, shows up and saves him with his own lightsaber. So that's kind of where that snippet ends. There's a little bit more detail I'm missing, but like that's the main point people are putting out because first of all, they're bringing Anakin back as a Force ghost, and he's helping Luke, right? So, and he has his own lightsaber. So what do you think about that?
I think that's kind of crazy. There's a whole bunch of controversy over whose lightsaber that is and all that. And I mean, it seems like they're trying to throw out there that once it's no longer Anakin's, then now it goes on to someone else. But I mean, I think that's a cool addition that Force Ghosts can. Obviously, we knew that Force Ghosts can interact with people, fight. We saw that with Luke and Kylo Ren, and I think the 8th movie, and all that, or Episode 8.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's a really cool idea there that Luke just teleports there and all that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's cool that they're bringing Anakin back because, like, I was just thinking, like, my book. I had one shelf completely full of Star Wars books, and I just filled it. And I'm ordering a couple more books. Like I want to get the second Padme book, and eventually I want to get the Star Wars Encyclopedia. It's like $150, but it's these giant books. Anyways, not the point. I was thinking to myself, there's only like 2 or 3 books that take place in the Clone Wars or in the prequel era, right? And I mean like during 1, 2, or 3, like in that area. So like the what's it called, Dark Disciple, Master and Apprentice, and Dooku. And obviously there's a couple other ones, but there's not many mainstream books.
Isn't
That like
the Padme ones count, or is that afterwards?
true. I guess those count, but like compared to all the other books, like maybe 30% of that shelf is prequel era. The rest is beyond.
Yeah.
Which, now that I'm saying it, that doesn't sound like a very good. I mean, the prequels is 30% of the series technically, but you get what I'm saying. Like, that's the fan favorite, right? So, like, why wouldn't the fan favorite be the most, wrote in upon? Anyways, bringing back Anakin and deploying these prequel characters throughout the rest of the saga is a good move, in my opinion. The
Yeah.
him holding his own lightsaber, I don't really get, but
Yeah.
regardless, just him bringing him back is good.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do like the.
It's a start. It's because when you hear Exegol, you're like, oh shit, they're trying to correlate the story between 6 and 7, 8 and 9, trying to fix their mistakes, and that's all right. I want them to fix their mistakes, but like when they add not just the original trilogy, but they add the prequels and stuff in there, like it's good. It's good to see.
Yeah, I always like it whenever they combine things like that.
Right, because like that's something we love about 1 through 6 is like they're so connected. If you put Clone Wars in there and all the shows, you can like it's such a good story. And then you throw 7, 8, and 9, and that's where all the plot holes come in, right? Because it's not very connected. So it's nice to see them connecting the original trilogy and prequel characters. So
I agree.
I think it's a good move by I forget who is writing that, but I think it's a good move. Anything else upon that, Nathan?
No, I mean, I think I agree with you. From all the books I've seen, I mean, maybe it's close to a third of the ones are prequel, but I mean, it doesn't seem like the right proportion, just considering how popular the prequels are in comparison to everything else. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I would totally just eat books that are just like completely made of just like Clone Wars and all that. I mean, everyone loves that, or most Star Wars fans just love that stuff. So I think that's kind of a cool addition.
I agree. Adam Christopher is the author of that book. I'm looking to see. It doesn't look like he's done pretty much any other Star Wars books. He's done a novelization of the Dishonored game franchise, but it doesn't look like he's done any Star Wars stuff. So it's cool to see him starting that Dishonored and Stranger Things. So he's done some other stuff, but this is his first Star Wars novel, so that's pretty awesome to see. But yeah. All right, now into Kenobi stuff. You remember Purge Troopers from the Fallen Order game, correct?
Yeah.
It does look like they are supposed to be in the Kenobi show.
Ooh.
Either that
Ooh.
or it looks like they're supposed to be remodeled to a different variation of Purge Troopers. I think it's either that or someone mistaken a Purge Trooper for a Inquisitor, but I believe we're getting Purge Troopers, which would be awesome because that's a direct tie to this game. Because we've never seen Purge Troopers besides Fallen Order.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, no. I mean, I don't. I do know. I do like that. They really don't, in my opinion, connect the games too much, and I don't blame them because a lot of people just want to watch the movies, watch shows, and don't want to have to play a game to understand part of the plot. But it's nice seeing them intertwine things that aren't completely necessary to the plot, so you don't have to play this game before you watch this movie. But I really do like that they added that in for the people that played the game. It's just a little extra thing sprinkled in.
I agree. This is gonna sound really bad, but hearing out, listen to the whole thing. it's Star Wars is kind of like the Bible in a way, in a huge aspect, right? Because if you read the Bible, you can read it once and it's a giant story. You could easily understand it. But if you get into detail, you can spend your whole life, searching into it and finding more new things. Star Wars is not as depth, but as a casual fan, you can watch it and get the general idea. Oh, Luke is Anakin's son, but you can also get into detail and literally spend like what people do, YouTubers and other fans spend their whole life getting into the lore and getting to know the wars and all the things that took millenniums apart from different movies. Like, it's cool in that aspect. I think that you can enjoy it as any type of fan. So it's
Yeah.
cool that they have intertwining things like this. I love when they do that. Like when they brought Ahsoka from the Clone Wars to Mandalorian, right? Because a lot of people didn't watch Clone Wars and stuff like that because it was animated, right? That was a
Yeah.
that was a big turn away for a lot of fans, a lot of casual fans at least, right? Us, hardcore fans, we love it, right? We eat it up. But not hardcore fans, I thought it was so awesome to have that iteration of her into live action because now casual fans can get some of Ahsoka Tano. You know what I mean? So like it's
Yeah.
cool that they added a character or characters from the game.
And yeah, I definitely do like that.
Yeah, I'm not being blasphemous. That's just the only thing I can compare it to. So it's obviously not like the Bible, but in that aspect, you can enjoy
Compare.
it from a casual point, but you can also enjoy it in deep detail. So this is a big thing. Apparently, the rumor is this is a rumor that there are supposed to be no Clone Wars flashbacks in Kenobi, right? But there are supposed to be flashbacks. Flashbacks like Kenobi is going to probably battle Anakin, probably lose. They're supposed to battle 2 times. Remember that from
Yeah.
a couple of videos back? We said he's supposed to battle him twice. So like this is a rumor that he's supposed to probably lose to Anakin the first time, like barely escape with his life, and he's gonna try to fight him again. But he's gonna have a flashback of sparring with Anakin when he was younger, remembering some of his weaknesses and things like that, right? Trying to find like what he falls for.
Something like that.
Yeah, so apparently there's supposed to be things like that instead of Clone Wars flashbacks.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. I was kind of really hyped up for the Clone Wars flashback, so I don't think that's a problem as long as they do it right. Because like you could do, there's no way they'd have Hayden Christensen play exclusively as Darth Vader. So they
Yeah,
have to have some part where he's playing as Anakin, or that'd be just stupid in my opinion.
I agree.
So I mean, we're gonna have some kind of flashbacks. I mean, it's just it could be a lot of things. It could be pre-Clone Wars stuff. It could be post-Clone Wars. That they, I mean, I think they're gonna at least have one. What's it called, flashback of the final duel.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, I like that idea. That's a really cool concept of like trying to find this weakness in this big bad guy because he destroys everyone. That's a
hmm
really cool concept because people don't they take for granted how powerful Vader is. Like he's on a different level. So like I
yeah,
like that concept, but I really hope we at least get some sort of Clone Wars flashback because like who doesn't want to see some live action Clone Wars? Because we really haven't seen really any like besides like the
attack
episodic
it. Yeah,
right like episode 2 to episode 3. We haven't seen anything else, right? Like who wants to see so like maybe like General Kenobi, like where he's wearing his Clone Wars armor. Like that'd be awesome to see. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
So I don't know. I hope we can get a little bit of both worlds.
yeah. That would definitely be nice. Some of each. Hope that
Yeah.
rumor stays a rumor.
I mean, yeah. I guess we're gonna see. Um, anything else?
No, that's about it for what I think of that.
Okay. Any other things that you've seen come up in the last couple of weeks?
Not really. I can't. I mean, you've reiterated it most of the other things to me, so I don't recall anything specific.
Okay. Um, we're gonna be doing a lot of playthrough videos, so this will probably be one of the videos that we put in between some playthroughs. But we made the mistake of taking our time with Fallen Order, and now it's kind of just fallen out of project. So we're going to try to crush this game. We're already done with episode 1 completely. By the time this comes out, there's a good chance we'd be done with episode 2 of that game. So we're going to try to get that game crushed. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of playthrough videos coming your way. besides that, you got anything else, Afton?
I think that's about it for the news today.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like, that subscribe. Listening on podcast, hit that follow, and that rate us button. We're on every other podcast platform. So, yep. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.